The cursed Dyatlov Pass, Russia's most haunting mystery. In the freezing heart of Russia's Ural Mountains lies a place so remote, so desolate, and so steeped in terror that even the most experienced hikers whisper its name with fear. Dyatlov Pass, a name that has echoed through decades of cold, unsettling mystery. In 1959, 9 skilled mountaineers embarked on an expedition into these icy wilds, but only their lifeless bodies returned, scattered across the snow in conditions so bizarre that even seasoned investigators were left speechless. Their tent was slashed from the inside. Some were found half-dressed in sub-zero temperatures. Others had injuries so severe they were compared to the force of a car crash, yet there were no external wounds, no sign of struggle, no logical explanation. The Soviet Union buried the truth behind a wall of secrecy. Whispers of government experiments, supernatural forces, and extraterrestrial involvement have swirled around this case ever since. Why did these hikers flee their tent in the dead of night, into lethal cold, without shoes or proper clothing? What unseen terror drove them to their deaths? And why does every new theory only raise more questions instead of answers? Prepare yourself, because this is not just a story of lost hikers, it's a haunting riddle that continues to defy science, logic, and human understanding. And once you hear the full story, you may never look at the wilderness the same way again. Imagine this: a remote, frozen mountain deep in the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. 9 experienced hikers set out on an adventure in 1959, prepared for every challenge the wilderness could throw at them. But what they encountered was something beyond explanation, something so chilling and bizarre that even today, over 6 decades later, no one has been able to solve the mystery. On February 1st, the group, led by Igor Dyatlov, pitched their tent on the eastern slopes of Kolatsyakl, a name that, in the indigenous Mansi language, translates ominously to Dead Mountain. They were seasoned hikers, used to brutal weather, but this night was different. Something happened in the darkness, something so terrifying that the hikers ripped open their tent from the inside and fled barefoot into the sub-zero snowstorm, never to return alive. Their bodies were found scattered across the mountainside weeks later, each discovery more haunting than the last. Some were simply frozen, but others had gruesome injuries: crushed skulls, shattered ribs, and one victim was missing her tongue and eyes. But there were no signs of struggle, no external wounds matching the internal trauma, and no footprints other than the hikers' own. It was as if they had encountered a force beyond human comprehension. Autopsies ruled out an avalanche, animal attack, or human conflict. Soviet investigators concluded only with the vague statement, a compelling natural force had caused their deaths. But what does that even mean? This single sentence has fed conspiracy theories and nightmares for generations. Was it military experiments? Secret Soviet weapons tests? Some claim the area was used for parachute mines, which could explain the severe internal injuries. But that theory raises more questions than it answers. Why were their clothes found to be highly radioactive? Why were their bodies found miles apart, partially undressed in sub-zero temperatures, as if they had gone mad from fear or exposure? And then there's the strangest part. Witnesses reported strange orange orbs floating in the sky on the night of their deaths, an event that has fueled theories of extraterrestrial involvement. Could they have witnessed something the Soviet government wanted to keep hidden, or something not of this world? The Mansi people, native to the region, whispered old legends about the mountain being cursed. According to them, the slopes were a place of death long before modern explorers dared set foot there. Could this ancient folklore have some truth? Were the hikers victims of something paranormal, something beyond human understanding? In recent years, Russian authorities reopened the case, offering yet another official explanation, this time claiming it was a slab avalanche, a rare kind of snow collapse But even this modern scientific theory fails to fully match the strange evidence found at the scene. What makes the Dyatlov Pass incident so gripping is not just the horrifying way these young adventurers died, but how many layers of mystery remain unsolved. Every new piece of evidence, every reopened investigation, only deepens the questions. Think about it. 9 healthy, trained and disciplined hikers in perfect physical condition, equipped with gear and survival skills, suddenly abandoning their only shelter into a snowstorm, some without shoes or warm clothing, as if fleeing from an invisible terror. And the deeper you go into the story, the more unsettling it becomes. Even today, explorers and hikers who visit the Dyatlov Pass report a heavy, unsettling presence, a sensation of being watched, as if the mountain itself is alive and still guarding its secrets. Is it the curse of the dead mountain? A classified Soviet secret buried by history? Or something else entirely? Something that defies all logic and science? One thing is certain. The Dyatlov Pass remains one of the world's most haunting unsolved mysteries, and perhaps it's better that way, because some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. The Dyatlov Pass incident is more than just a chilling tale from the past. It is a real-life enigma that remains unsolved to this day. Were these young hikers victims of a freak natural disaster, a secret military operation, or something far more sinister and unexplainable? The questions surrounding Dyatlov Pass continue to haunt scientists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. Every new discovery only deepens the mystery, and perhaps the real truth is still buried beneath the snow-covered peaks of the Ural Mountains, waiting to be uncovered. If you found this story as mind-bending and haunting as we did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more dark, unexplained mysteries from around the world. And remember, the world is full of secrets. Stay curious. Subscribe now to Infinite Curiosities for daily deep dives into the world's strangest mysteries, lost history, and chilling true stories. And if you dare, share this video with a friend who loves a good mystery. Let's see if they can solve the unsolvable.